Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mike Lovelace with Lovey's Barbecue, and man, our family went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee, and I kept seeing things on the internet and hearing about Delauder's Barbecue in Gatlinburg. So we went out and checked this place out. Everybody knows I love to barbecue. I like to smoke meat. I've owned my own company before, and I just love smoking meat. I love the whole barbecue vibe, and this little place right here did not disappoint. And I'm really strict on barbecue and smoked meat and sides because, again, I actually still have my license for catering. But we went to this little place out in the middle of Gatlinburg. It's not on the main strip. It's out in the way a little bit off the main strip. But this place is a cool little place. It got really good reviews on Google Review. And I also saw, I think, Yankee in the South and some other people had gave reviews of it. So we're going to go here, check it out. At the very end, we'll give our review of it. But you will not disappoint. Maybe the best mac and cheese I've ever had at a restaurant, especially a barbecue restaurant. All right, hang in here, grab your favorite cold beverage, and watch this with us. Thank you. All right, so one of the things that really sticks out at this restaurant is just the family type atmosphere. On the sides of the wall, you'll see some kind of antique signs and so forth. A lot of family pictures. This is a family-owned business. One thing I didn't mention earlier, but this is pit cooked. They have their own, I think it's I can't remember if it's a reverse flow smoker or just a regular stick burner, but they do cook on a pit and not on a like Southern Pride or a gas-fed smoker. So big thumbs up for that, because that's what I have. I've had a reverse flow smoker for years now. I've got a vertical smoker, but just really cool atmosphere. T-shirts on the wall. They make everything there from scratch, and just a really cool atmosphere. So if you're into like barbecuing and cool barbecue restaurants, you'll like the scenario here. It reminds me of something. If I was going to open my own restaurant for a building, it would be something similar to this, with the decor. Just really cool hangout. They were playing country music in the background, so I'm gonna have to mute a lot of this out and try to put my own music over top of it, because of the YouTube police will get me for copyright reasons. So again, just check out this restaurant here, and then we're getting ready to eat, and it was some pretty good food too.
Yeah, don't do anything to it yet. A plate? Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, we got the sampler here with some sausage,
That's a lot of
pulled
food.
pork, some ribs, some brisket, potato salad, fried mac and cheese.
Dum-dum, Daddy. You got a dum-dum.
Yeah. What do you got?
I have a hot dog, taters, and I have a root beer dum-dum. I love root beer dum-dums. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to dig into this thing and see how good it is.
Yeah.
Looks great.
You want this one? Yeah, thank you. Do you want a plate?
Try that mac and cheese.
That sounds good.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. Y'all like it?
That fried mac and cheese is unreal. So good. Smoke ring on brisket. That brisket's good.
Those ribs are good.
Are they?
Yes. I'm trying to eat it. Without taking it off.
It's pulled pork.
I'm not trying mine yet.
There's something a little different about it. I can taste the smoke in it. It's got something sweet added to it a little bit.
I think if
Is that pork?
they did say 5 meat. I don't know what it is though.
It's tenderloin. Smoked tenderloin. Wanna try some of that? The damage is done. Is yours good out?
Really good.
Cream's really good. Hey, I'm Mike, and this is
Michelle.
and we're with Lovey's Fat Life. And today we're going to do a review on Delauder's Barbecue in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Michelle, you want to start out telling them what we ordered?
We got a sampler tray that had 5 different meats. Those meats were tenderloin, ribs, pulled pork, brisket, and sausage, jalapeno and cheese sausage. Our sides were macaroni and cheese, fried macaroni and cheese, and potato salad. So what'd you think?
Well, so on the we'd heard about this place looking on the internet, and actually looking. I think Yankee in the South did it, and just looking up like good barbecue in the Pigeon Forge, Gatlinburg, Sevierville area, and I noticed that they use a pit instead of like a Southern Pride, which there's nothing wrong with that, but for somebody that cooks barbecue himself, I wanted to try like authentic pit cooked barbecue. So that's how we found out about this place. It's not exactly in downtown Gatlinburg on the strip. It's out in the ways, and if your GPS, it took us through. We were going down Bookertown Road at one point, but definitely use a GPS to get there. And it's actually part of a like old gas station as well. I think they still use the gas station for somebody leases that out and works on cars. But so it's out in the ways. It's not on the main strip. But I'll start with the sides. I thought that we got potato salad and we got the fried mac and cheese. The potato salad was, you could tell it was homemade. It wasn't in a tub bought like at Costco or Walmart. I mean Sam's Club or Walmart. It was
good.
In my opinion, it was good. It was probably average. And average is not bad, because when we score people, 3 is average, and I score people pretty tough. Especially on barbecue. I will say this though, the fried mac and cheese is probably the best mac and cheese I've ever ate at a restaurant, including, and I think I got pretty good mac and cheese, smoked mac and cheese, probably better than mine.
It was incredible. It was really creamy.
It's worth the trip just to eat the fried mac and cheese. I mean, I could have just got nothing but a big plate of mac and cheese, and I'd have been happy.
It was delicious.
But yeah, it was very creamy. It had a hint of jalapeno to it, but it wasn't hot. You could taste the like jalapeno juice that was in it, but it didn't have pieces of jalapeno in it. It didn't have it wasn't hot like something that has jalapeno in it, where it would be like just a little bit of heat. It didn't even have a little bit of heat, in my opinion. But it was just incredible. And where they fried, the cheese is crispy on top. It was just incredible.
It's delicious.
It's worth the trip just for the fried mac and cheese only. And on to the meat. What'd you think, Michelle, on the meat? The sampler had 5 meats again. So let's start out with one. Let's start out with...
The first thing I ate was ribs. And the ribs were completely naked. There was no sauce on it. And they were absolutely delicious.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a tug on the bone, which is good, especially for those that like competition style. If you like fall off the bone, I mean they wasn't hard to chew off the bone. Don't get me wrong.
Not at all.
But they were not fall off the bone like some restaurants are. Like we ate at the Wardens in Brushy Mountain Prison the other day, and those were fall off the bones, but in a bad way. They were really bad ribs. These had a great taste to them. You could taste the hickory hint to them.
They were really good.
They were considered dry ribs. They didn't have a dry seasoning on them, but you could taste the hickory out of it, and it had a nice little smoke ring. Had a good bite on the bone. So, yeah, the ribs were probably my favorite of the meats.
Yes.
Of the 5 meats. The sausage, it was just average sausage. I mean, nothing bad, but it did have the hickory smoke taste to it.
Yes.
I really liked the tenderloin they added to it. It wasn't dry, it was moist. And as a sampler, they don't give you a ton of everything. My second favorite probably was the brisket.
Yes, I agree.
The brisket had a nice smoke ring on it. You could tell they used a pit to cook it. That had really good,
tender.
Yeah, very tender. I could have, if I was going to eat some of the meats again, I could have just been happy with like a brisket sandwich, and a big old plate of that mac and cheese. But the brisket was very good. Had a nice smoke ring, big, probably 1/4 inch to 5/8 smoke ring all the way around it. The pulled pork, it was good. It wasn't overbearing in hickory taste. It wasn't mushy, but it was okay. It wasn't, nothing wrong with being okay. I thought the brisket and the ribs stole the show, though.
Yes, absolutely.
In my opinion.
The pulled pork had the sauce incorporated in it.
Yeah, that was a little bit different what I'm used to. On pulled pork, I usually think the sauce is over to the side, not like Eastern North Carolina, like chopped barbecue, where they go ahead and put the vinegar and ketchup in. You want to talk about the sauce a little bit that we did try? We did try their barbecue sauce there.
I could not figure out exactly what that was. It had a little bit of a different taste to it than you would ordinarily taste with pulled pork. I don't know if it was like a apple cider vinegar that was in it.
Yeah, I could taste the apple cider vinegar.
It was good.
It was a good sauce. It was thick. It was thicker with ketchup, and it tasted like they used apple cider vinegar instead of just white vinegar.
But it was different than anything that we had ever had.
And a little bit of brown sugar added to it, so it was definitely good. But the owners were really nice. Afterwards, after eating, I talked to the owners, and they were very appreciative of us complimenting them and asked for our business card, and just really down to earth people.
Very nice.
They did say they were going to open up another restaurant that's not barbecue somewhere in town. So if it's anything like their barbecue restaurant, it's going to be good. And the wait staff was excellent. They were just really good people. So I would definitely check out Delauder's Barbecue in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Is it the best barbecue restaurant I've ever ate at? Probably not, but it's better than average, and it is well worth the trip for that fried mac and cheese. I'm telling you, I might have to email the guy and ask him for that recipe somehow, but that is a really killer. I'm gonna mess with my own recipe, I think, and try to add that to it, because it was really good and well worth the trip.
The next time we come back, we will definitely eat there again, and I will eat ribs and macaroni and cheese.
Yep. On the sampler, we're trying to give you guys a view of trying all we could on there. Anthony got a a hot dog off the children's menu and tater tots. He liked both of those.
Yes. They did not have chili.
They
which
did not
he was
have chili,
disappointed.
which he was disappointed on that because he likes chili on his hot dogs. But it was a good meal.
Yes.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, Michelle, what would you say?
I would give a good, overall, I would give a good solid 4. A 5 for the macaroni and a 4.5 for the ribs, but a solid 4 overall. And the people there were just incredibly nice.
Yeah, they were really nice. I'd probably say it was between a 4 and a 4.5. I'd probably go 4.2, 4.3. Macaroni and cheese was a 10 by itself. Again, I can't talk good enough about that. But it's definitely a good restaurant. Now, it's not like a restaurant here like you have like a Bennett's or Corky's, a franchise.
It's not fancy at all.
It's not fancy.
It's a hole in the wall.
It's a hole in the wall, not in a bad way, because it was clean. It was nice. They were very, nice. But it's not a franchise. It's not like a, like a rib house that's a franchise, like Stamey's or something like that. Or,
it looks very much like a little family restaurant.
It's a definitely family restaurant. In fact, the family was working there when we talked to them. They cook the meat all night long themselves. Their family works there in the restaurant. So definitely check out Delauder's in Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Yes.
Definitely worth the trip.
And we will be back.
And we will definitely be back. Hook them up. Tell them we sent you their way. And try out that fried mac and cheese. Man, it's good.
And the ribs.
And the ribs. And the brisket.
Absolutely.
Actually, try it all. Get the sample.
Yes, it was
and
good.
then come up with your own opinion on it. That's the great thing about barbecue is everybody likes something differently from where they're from. We're from North Carolina, so we have that North Carolina taste. But if you're from Memphis or Texas or St. Louis, you're going to have your own. Virginia, Georgia, you're going to have your own taste buds and how you like things in your own area. So again, check them out. Like and subscribe to our channel. Thank you all.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.